They were television's strangest family, where horror and laughter blended into an eerie melody. But behind the 1964 The Addams Family episodes lurk secrets even more surprising than the plot itself. From the quirky set designs to the improvisations that shaped the characters, these 10 revelations will make you see the Addams Family in an entirely different light. The Addams Family was the first to own a home computer. The Addams Family made history by being the first TV family to own a home computer, introducing an impressive piece of futuristic technology, UNIVAC, also known as Wizzo. This early computer first appeared in the 90th episode, The Addams Family Splurges, where it played a crucial role in calculating the cost of the family's eccentric trip to the moon. Wizzo's presence on the show was a playful nod to the rapidly advancing tech of the era, adding an extra layer of absurdity to the already quirky Addams household. Wizzo didn't just make a brief appearance. It returned in the series finale, Gomez, the People's Choice, when Gomez Addams decided to run for mayor. In a comically modern twist, Uncle Fester moved Wizzo into the living room, turning it into a political machine to help Gomez with his campaign. The computer's vast capabilities were humorously portrayed as pivotal in securing Gomez's near victory in the election. The inclusion of Wizzo not only showcased the Addams family's love for the eccentric and outlandish, but also highlighted the forward-thinking nature of the show, blending the dark humor of the family with the emerging digital age. Wizzo remains an unforgettable piece of TV history, making the Addams Family even more iconic as they embraced technology long before it became commonplace in everyday life. Uncle Fester and the Child Actor Protection Law. Jackie Coogan, the actor who famously portrayed Uncle Fester on The Addams Family, has a legacy that extends far beyond his memorable role. Coogan's journey in Hollywood began at a young age when he became a child star, most notably starring alongside Charlie Chaplin in the classic The Kid. His early fame brought him great wealth, but as he grew older, Coogan discovered a devastating truth. His parents had spent nearly all of the fortune he earned as a child. Determined to protect future generations of child actors from the same fate, Coogan took a stand. His personal experience inspired him to campaign for a law that would safeguard young performers. In 1939, this effort led to the passing of the Coogan Act, also known as the California Child Actors Bill. The law was a game changer, ensuring that a portion of a child actor's earnings would be placed in a trust until they reached adulthood, preventing financial abuse and exploitation. The Coogan Act also set limits on the number of hours a child actor could work, ensuring their well-being and protecting them from the harsh conditions that had plagued earlier child stars. Jackie Coogan's fight for justice not only reshaped the entertainment industry, but it also made him a hero for young performers everywhere. His legacy endures, having changed the lives of countless child actors who came after him. Gomez and Morticia Addams. Gomez and Morticia Addams were television's first married couple to subtly suggest a deep, adult relationship, paving the way for a new kind of on-screen romance. Their undeniable chemistry was a bold departure from the typical TV couples of the time, who were often portrayed as tame and unassuming. The Addams Family presented a relationship that was both intensely passionate and darkly romantic, breaking away from traditional portrayals of marriage. Morticia and Gomez's interactions were charged with affection, yet their love was framed with an air of mystery. Gomez would often kiss Morticia's arm, especially when she spoke French or called him Bouboulet in her sultry tone, yet never on the lips, a deliberate choice that added intrigue to their bond. This intriguing dynamic highlighted a deeper, almost taboo intimacy, even though their connection was never explicitly graphic. Their flirtations and subtle gestures spoke volumes about their devotion, presenting a marriage that felt unashamedly complex and multifaceted. The Addams Family's depiction of love was ahead of its time, suggesting a passionate, enduring bond that stood out in an era when most TV marriages were portrayed as more innocent and restrained. Gomez and Morticia's unique relationship left a lasting impact on how we view love on screen. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Carolyn Jones as Morticia. Playing Morticia Addams was no small feat for Carolyn Jones, requiring a major transformation that took hours of preparation each day. Every morning on set, she sat in the makeup chair for up to 2 hours, meticulously undergoing the process to achieve Morticia's signature ghostly and ethereal look. Her dramatic eye makeup, pale complexion, and sharp features were essential elements of Morticia's haunting yet sophisticated elegance. The transformation didn't stop there. Jones wore a wig crafted from real human hair to create the long, flawless, jet-black locks that became a defining part of Morticia's iconic style. This attention to detail ensured that Morticia's appearance was as impeccable as her cool, poised demeanor. Despite the extensive makeup and wig, Jones brought Morticia to life with remarkable ease and grace. Her ability to effortlessly embody the character's eerie charm and regal elegance made Morticia a standout figure in TV history. The contrast between her otherworldly appearance and calm, loving demeanor towards Gomez only deepened Morticia's allure. Jones's dedication to the character, combined with her natural acting talent, transformed Morticia from a simply spooky figure into a complex and unforgettable icon of pop culture. John Astin as Gomez Addams. John Astin's portrayal of Gomez Addams is unforgettable, with the charismatic character rarely seen without his signature cigar. Astin's dedication to the role was so strong that he developed a quirky habit of extinguishing his cigars by tucking them directly into the pockets of his suit. This, of course, posed a challenge for the wardrobe department, as the constant heat from the smoldering cigars could easily damage his costume. In response, they took an extreme measure, lining his suit pockets with asbestos, a material known for its heat-resistant properties. While this seemed like a clever solution at the time, today it would raise serious health concerns, as asbestos is now linked to various respiratory diseases. This unusual backstage practice highlights the often overlooked risks and peculiarities of early television production. Though practical for the era, it underscores how much has changed in safety standards over the years. It's a stark reminder that, while the show may have been ahead of its time in many ways, some of its behind-the-scenes decisions were anything but safe. Ted Cassidy as Lurch and Thing. Ted Cassidy's talents were integral to the success of The Addams Family, as he masterfully portrayed two of the show's most memorable characters, the towering butler Lurch and the iconic, disembodied hand Thing. However, playing Thing came with its own unique set of challenges, especially given Cassidy's imposing 6 feet 9 inches frame. To create the illusion of Thing as a separate, independent entity, Cassidy would lie flat on his back on a wheeled cart, hidden from view of the camera. His arm would then be extended through a box, leaving only his hand visible. This clever technique allowed Thing to appear as though it existed autonomously, captivating audiences with its lifelike movements. In a playful nod to the character's popularity, Thing was credited as itself in the show's end credits, adding to the fun and mystique. When Lurch and Thing needed to appear in the same scene, associate producer Jack Voglin would step in to play Thing, and occasionally a third actor would fill in for the role, though their identity remains a mystery. As an amusing Easter egg, Cassidy sometimes used his left hand to portray Thing, just to see if sharp-eyed viewers would notice the subtle difference. This behind-the-scenes trickery highlights the creativity and dedication that went into making The Addams Family so unforgettable. Because YouTube will prioritize interactive videos, please comment OK if you find this video interesting. Thank you. Lurch's famous line. Lurch, the Addams family's towering butler, was initially conceived as a mute character, expected to communicate through gestures and his imposing presence. However, during the filming of the pilot episode, Ted Cassidy, who brought Lurch to life, took a creative risk that would become one of television's most iconic moments. In a spontaneous moment of improvisation, Cassidy delivered the now famous line, "You rang," with his deep, resonant voice. This simple phrase, combined with Cassidy's perfect timing and delivery, left the producers in awe. They were so impressed that they decided to make it Lurch's signature catchphrase, which would be repeated throughout the series, adding a unique layer to his character's eerie charm. What began as a throwaway line quickly became one of the defining aspects of Lurch's personality, giving him an unexpected touch of dry humor. Cassidy's delivery, with its rich, almost theatrical quality, perfectly suited the character's somber yet oddly endearing presence. "You rang?" became more than just a catchphrase. It became a symbol of Lurch's dark, deadpan humor, a fitting echo of the twisted yet lovable nature of the Addams Family. This improvisation turned Lurch from a silent figure into one of TV's most memorable and beloved characters, color in the Addams house. The Addams family's home, with its eerie and unsettling atmosphere, became one of the most iconic settings in TV history. However, what might come as a surprise is the vibrant color scheme that underpinned the mansion's spooky aesthetic. Despite the show's dark, macabre tone, the walls of the Addams house were painted a shocking, bright pink. This bold choice may seem out of place, but it was a strategic decision by the set designers, as the show was filmed in black and white. The vibrant pink was used to create the necessary contrast on screen, ensuring that the walls stood out and looked more defined and dramatic in the monochrome format. The unconventional use of color didn't stop there. Many of the creepy, quirky items scattered throughout the mansion, from odd furniture to bizarre decorations, were also painted in unexpected hues like reds, yellows, and greens. These playful, whimsical touches stood in stark contrast to the ghoulish nature of the Addams family, adding an extra layer of intrigue to the set. The clever application of color made everything appear sharper, more pronounced, and visually striking in black and white, adding to the eerie charm that made the Addams family so memorable. The real Addams family house. The iconic Addams family mansion, with its hauntingly gothic allure, was not just a set design, but a real mansion located at 21 Chester Place in Los Angeles, California. This grand Victorian-style home, with its towering spires and dark charm, perfectly embodied the eerie, unsettling atmosphere that defined the Addams family. Filming the exterior shots at such a striking location added an authenticity that helped make the Addams home feel truly otherworldly. While the producers made a few modifications to enhance its spooky appearance, including some clever film techniques to intensify the haunted vibe, this was all done long before the advent of computer-generated imagery. The result was a mansion that looked as if it had stepped straight out of a Gothic novel, both beautiful and eerie. Sadly, the real house was demolished in the late 1960s, shortly after the show ended. This means that fans will never be able to visit the original Addams family mansion in person. However, the legacy of this distinctive house lives on through the show's enduring popularity and the lasting impact it made on television history. The mansion remains a symbol of the series' unique blend of the macabre and the whimsical, a testament to its lasting influence on pop culture. The Addams Family began as a comic strip. Long before they became television icons, the Addams Family originated as a series of darkly comedic cartoons created by Charles Addams for The New Yorker in 1938. These quirky, single-panel cartoons introduced readers to a strange, eccentric family with an unsettling yet humorous aura. The characters, however, were nameless at this early stage, merely portrayed as odd figures in their macabre world. It wasn't until the 1960s, when The Addams Family was adapted into a TV series, that the characters received their now famous identities. The TV show's producers took the opportunity to give the family their distinct names, including the last name Addams, a clear homage to their creator, Charles Addams. This not only solidified the family's connection to their roots, but also gave them a unique identity that would resonate with audiences for decades. The show also added more depth to the characters, fleshing out their personalities and relationships, allowing them to evolve from the sketchy figures in Addams's cartoons to the beloved, iconic family we know today. The transformation from cartoon to television series helped cement the Addams Family as a cultural phenomenon, one that would continue to capture the imagination of audiences for generations to come. Let us know with a 1 if you're here for the full ride. We appreciate you sticking around. We've taken a journey through the iconic Addams Family, from their cartoon origins to their unforgettable TV debut. The Addams Family shows us that sometimes being a little different is exactly what makes us special. Their unique charm, dark humor, and love for the odd remind us to embrace our quirks and celebrate individuality. If you enjoyed this Addams Family, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating insights into pop culture. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Did you watch the original series? Which Addams Family character was your favorite, and why? Your comments are always welcome. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.